The girl accidentally discovered that her best friend, who had been rushed to the hospital due to severe bleeding during pregnancy, was clutching a prayer bead bracelet, one that her uncle, the so-called Golden Circle Buddhist devotee, never took off. At that moment, she finally realized the truth. The scumbag who had taken her best friend's innocence and gotten her pregnant was none other than her own uncle. Furious, she immediately ran home and confronted him, telling him that her best friend was carrying his child and was now fighting for her life. She begged him to go save her, but the man coldly replied that her friend had taken money for the job and that it was just how things worked in that line of work. The girl quickly corrected him, explaining that she had made a mistake. Her best friend was not the woman she had originally arranged for him that night. The truth was, 8 months earlier, the girl had been tasked by their great-grandmother to get her uncle married as soon as possible. To speed things up, she secretly lit an aphrodisiac incense in his room and arranged for a woman to be sent to him. Sure enough, her uncle soon began feeling restless and feverish and immediately realized his niece was behind it. But just then, her best friend who worked as a delivery rider arrived to drop off a cake. Mistaking her for the arranged woman, the uncle forced himself on her despite her desperate resistance. In the struggle, she even tore apart his treasured prayer bead bracelet. But in the end, she was overpowered and violated. Afterwards, seeing the girl in tears, the uncle felt a pang of guilt and wrote her a check for 10 million yuan as compensation. With no other choice, her best friend took the money and left. 8 months passed. The girl, supporting her heavily pregnant best friend down the stairs, angrily swore that if she ever found out who the bastard was, she'd make him pay. But before she could finish ranting, her uncle pulled up in his car to pick her up, unaware that the pregnant woman beside her was his victim. Despite her poverty, the best friend continued delivering food even in her 8th month of pregnancy, desperate to save up for tuition and childbirth expenses. Even customers felt bad, saying they wouldn't have made climbing her stairs if they'd known she was pregnant. Just as she was about to head to her next delivery, a sharp pain shot through her abdomen. Panicked, she called her best friend, who rushed her to the hospital. While encouraging her to stay strong, the girl kept cursing the irresponsible man who had done this to her. At the last moment before being wheeled into the operating room, the best friend pressed a single bead into the girl's hand. Only then did the girl realize it was one of her uncle's prayer beads, the very ones he never removed from his wrist. Follow me for follow-up storylines.